Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome back. This is the second in, I guess, a two-part series on my venture into the world of antiquing. And as I said last time, it is just another word for saying it's going to cost you more money than if you were going to thrift stores or garage sales or flea markets or whatever. Anyway, is this not the cutest thing you have ever seen? It was funny as this guy was ringing up my purchase. He said, "Oh, I see you found my baby picture." And it's funny, I was thinking exactly the same thing. He just beat me to the punch. Um, Cutest thing ever. And if that isn't worth $1, I don't know what is. It's actually a postcard that someone obviously ripped out of an album somewhere. And I love it. And obviously the kid was pretty stylish because she was on a animal print, I don't know, throw, sofa, whatever. Love it. This is another one that I couldn't leave behind. This one cost $2. And gotta love those two munchkins. You can tell that they're related to each other. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Lovely. This first part of the video will be sort of the paper products purchases, and then I will move on to some lace packages. This is my second only paper piano player roll, and I bought it because, well, I bought it because I haven't used a square inch of the first one. No, I bought it because the price seemed reasonable. And, you know, it's one of those things. Maybe it's crazy. Maybe it's just me. When a person has very little of something, you have sort of that scarcity mentality. And you think to yourself, well, I dare not use this because look how little I have of whatever. And then once you have a bit more, each of those things become that much less sacred, that much less precious. And it becomes easier to, use it. Use it, use it, use it. So that's what I'm telling myself. So, paper piano roll. This is, I should really figure out a better way to attach my camera to this arm so that every time I fling something open, it doesn't hit my gooseneck. So maybe I'll scooch this over a bit. Anyway, it is a beautiful book album that came in its own slipcase, and you can tell that it is in pretty darn almost mint condition. So I don't think it's old. However, that's what it says there. So, you know, probably not old, but lovely. Lovely nonetheless. This is kind of a heavyweight thing. I don't know how this is bound, to be honest. And I don't need to take everything apart to be perfectly honest about it. Anyway, it is a stamp album. And the reason, and I really don't need any more stamps, but the reason I bought it is because, number one, they're talking about stamps that are, 150 years old. So somehow the person established, I guess with enough research, there's a way to establish these dates. But because this was done for me, it just seemed kind of nice. And of course, that didn't go on for very long, the dating. Now, I should say, and maybe I should just lift this up. This is a a paper with sort of a grid on it like I've never seen before. So I don't really know what the intentions are. If this, now mind you, at the back here, it does have this sort of paper with these slots to insert stamps. So I guess it probably is intended for stamps. And maybe the way, I'm just guessing here, I didn't bother looking, maybe by putting within these grids, a person can easily say, oh, that stamp is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 whatever's tall. Whereas this one is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 lines tall. I don't know. Maybe I'm out to lunch. If you know, please illuminate me in the comments below. But allegedly, there are over 200 stamps in here. Now, there's a lot of Queen Elizabeth and other monarchs. And because New Zealand and Canada are both in the Commonwealth, of course, I see no shortage of stamps of royalty. But some of these others are different and obviously from New Zealand, and they are quite lovely. So that is it as far as mounted stamps. Then all these luscious pages, plain on one side, and then again with the interesting grid, and then whatever is on this back page. Let's see. I don't even know where are these French. I don't know what SVERIGE is, but I guess I better find out. Yeah, no idea. Or would that be Swedish? I guess they have monarchs too, or back in the day did. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. And yeah, so there's that. I also bought, there was a 2-pack of bingo cards, and I just have a fledgling little collection of bingo cards. So cardstock, 2 different tones, same design, same manufacturer, I guess. And it just seemed like for the price, it was fine. It was an okay purchase. Now, these strikeouts on each of these magazines proves to me that occasionally there are some sales to be gotten. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these magazines. Now, granted, they're not, well, they're 50 years old. 1973. There's, what's her name? Can't think of her name. 73. So 70. So, that doesn't seem like that long ago, but it is 50 years ago. Anyway, all of these were in one bag for $5. So there are some deals to be gotten out there. Now, I did also visit some vendors who had sales on in their booths, 25% off, 30% off. However, they didn't have anything that I wanted. So that didn't help me a great deal. Oh, this is a British thing because the prices are in pounds. So that makes... have you got piles? Well, Germaloids can help you with that. There is kind of an advantage to seeing publications from other countries, even if they're not terribly old, because different products, different terminology. So I haven't even taken the time, to be honest, to flip through these. What is this one? Prices shown in this book apply to USA only. Corresponding Canadian prices are listed here. Let me guess. Our price is higher. So, again, crafty, stitchery, do a DIYer. DIYer? What year is this, by the way? This looks older. Oh, 52, 53. So, you know, there's some fussy cutting to be done here. The dreaded French figure reducer, still on the market, I see. Yeah, a lot of interesting things in this. You may have seen a recent video, or did I post it yet? You've either seen or may see a video that I've done recently on harvesting fonts, images, ads, fuzzy cut items out of old magazines. Those were quite a bit older. They were from the 50s, I think almost exclusively. 2 more items and we're done. This is also in very good shape. Show you the binding. I don't know why this clip is on here. It says postcard album. Now, I think I did post it. I did a video recently, excuse me, on an accordion book. I don't have it within reach, that I'm working on that uses these, well, not these kind, but the black pages out of an old photo album. So I really love that project, and I would hope that you would take a look at it, because I think it's, once I'm finished decorating it, it is going to, I think I'm doing one more sequel to that. Once it's done, it is going to be a very nice piece that could, you know, just be displayed standing up. Anyway, this, because this very clearly says it's for postcards, you can see that they made the perforations to accommodate postcards, I guess, yeah, horizontally or vertically. I didn't take these out, or, okay, 1909, so that's obviously an oldie but a goodie. The price is not on here anymore. Oh, I said that in the last video when I was talking about a something or other. This one is the purchase that had, I think, 11 photos and 11 postcards. So we'll see. Oh, and this has some writing on it. Well, Agnes, what do you think of this bunch? Rather bright? No, rather, I don't know what that's looking. We'll have better ones taken in the spring, the sun being in their eyes. Spent their blah, blah, blah. Anyway, spoiled their looks some. Anyway, isn't that cute? Oh, isn't baby a big fellow? He weighs 17.5 pounds at 6 months. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And that bit of notation at the back just makes it that much more interesting. And again, because I didn't take these out till this very moment, I don't know if there are other notations or not. No, clearly a different house. Well, that's a postcard. This was done by a photographer in Lethbridge. Oh, doesn't he look sort of very ready for action, and all dolled up with his vest and his stand-up collar and a tie pin and tweed suit. Postcard, no date. 17. How is the old horse? Expect to show something in short time to all the boys. Nelson, BC. And I guess that is the thing with postcards. You better get to the point or you run out of space. This is another postcard, no date. This one I think is lovely. It's got something embossed here. Something Nelson, BC. Aren't these a handsome group? Oh, I guess this guy didn't get the memo about the hat, about wearing a hat. Are these the same guys? I don't think so. Postcard. 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 Hotel Pennsylvania, New York City. So this is 1921. This one is 1909. Dear Ellen, I have heard that you have gotten a Christian, so I thoroughly only send you because I don't want to write about anything like I use. I don't know. Maybe let's stay away from that topic. Royal Horse Guards, Changing Guard, London. Somebody ripped the stamp off. Thank you very much. Oh, New Year's Eve. Boy, you practically need to be, what are those people called that analyze handwriting? Can't remember. Okay, ginger snaps. Usually when a man gets down to business, he soon gets up in the world. This was printed, a little cockeyed. 1909. Nice. Oh boy, look at this. 1910. I won't try reading that, or I won't take your time to read it. May your home be filled with merriment. 1916. Wasn't that nice? They had the foresight to put the date on the actual stamp. Best wishes for your birthday, 1903? I think either 3, I don't know, 3, 8, or 9. Pretty old anyway. I don't care for something like this, but in the right place, it might be all right. 1908. Washington. Again, you can just tell it was written with a fountain pen. I'm fine. I received your pretty, Prettie card the other day. That is a dandy something. Anyway. Yeah, that one's okay. What are these guys doing? Oh, playing ball, I think. I don't know, that's a poor picture. This one is torn, and it's a postcard. Here's another lovely embossed 1912. Indian Valley. I don't know, to Washington. And I don't know if the rest is empty, but I was thinking, since this is in such good shape, once I scan the ones that I can scan, this may be a great way to store them rather than in a, an index box or, I mean, some of these pages have seen better days, but I mean, it is pretty attractive when you think about it. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, enough about that. If I do fill it with all my postcards, I'll make sure to show you. Let's keep baby with these guys. And then finally, and this was not cheap, let me say. These are teeny weeny little letters for typesetting. And as my husband said, what are you going to do with those? I said, I don't know. Let's just see if we can pull out an H here. You know, H for Hazel. And I mean, H is one of those letters that, you know, you could, even if it's in reverse, it's going to be right. Here's a number 3. Whoopsie. Not that easy to get these guys out of here. Okay, here's a number 3. So it's just like any stamp that we would buy. Almost like little mini baby peg stamps. Only cuter and more fun. So like I say, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But I don't know. Like I have a birthday coming in March. Beginning of March. Did I buy myself an early birthday present? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I was just a good girl. Maybe I couldn't resist. I like that there's a dollar sign there too. And a question mark. It's kind of a good assortment. I would hope. Let's have a quick gander here. I don't even know if the whole alphabet is here, to be honest. I don't see a Z. But they look, I don't know, they're so cute. And the punctuation, look how tiny the punctuation is. I'm not going to spill them all, but if you can see right there, look at that. Look at that. And even ellipses and brackets and commas or quotation marks. No, commas and quotation marks. I love it. I will stop there. I will end this video, as I end most of them, with the request, the suggestion, the subliminal message, asking you to please consider subscribing to my channel, and that's a great first step. But liking and commenting really makes the YouTube algorithms go like nutso. So that would be even more special to me. Oh, sorry, I was premature in doing that. I promised to show you the lace. Let me make some room. I got all carried away. I peeked in this bag yesterday just to kind of see what I got. Because, of course, when it's all smashed into a bag this size, you can't really see anything for anything. This is, it feels, I don't know, it feels really nice. It feels like fabric, to be honest, more so than lace. This is twill tape. Not that thrilled by that. I didn't even unwrap these elastics, but this looks nice. You can see that somebody, well, as we do too, salvaged, maybe if I get this out of the way, you'll see it against the gray. Somebody has salvaged these pieces, a lot of these pieces, off other things. This is brown elastic. I don't know. This is a little ruffle that is so perfect. And what a clever idea to put it on a wooden spool. This is, I don't want to really undo everything, but I'll just quickly show you. This is another nice lace. And a lot of these are That was me grunting as I get my ruler. You know, like kind of 2 3/4 inches. So again, nice. This is probably 4 inches. Yes, sirree. This is crocheted. I don't know how much is here. I won't bother taking the masking tape off. I do have some cards, like those little cards that you get when you buy packages of seam binding or whatever. The narrower stuff I will put on the cards, just because it's a handier way to. I really like this. These are roses. You see, really kind of ratty looking roses. There's this polka dot one, which is really cool, and then a black one that is kind of it almost feels like velvet, but it probably is not. So that is nice. Eyelet, you know, it kind of it's a little hard for me to get excited about eyelet because it seems to be everywhere. But this is nice and wide. I'd say that's 6 inches. And I just have to force myself to start using it instead of thinking, oh, you got eyelet, you know, too much eyelet. Well, use it, kiddo. This is, I don't know, like sisal, like burlappy fibers that have, I don't know what it is. Why am I pretending that I know? I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. Let's get this off quick like. This is a piece of crochet work. Off something, no doubt. I did start wrapping some of the, what do you call this? Zigzag, what do you call this stuff? I can't remember. And here's some rickrack, some really narrow pink stuff. So again, do I put this away, or do I leave it on my table and quickly use it? I would hope that I would leave it on my table and quickly use it, but we shall see. I love this. It's not that long a piece, perhaps a foot or maybe a bit more. I see people using this kind of stuff and I'm thinking, well, I never get to see this. And of course I wouldn't want to pay full retail. I have an aversion to paying full retail. So I was happy that was in there. This is nice, kind of short. I won't untape that. I don't know, to be honest, what this was. Too narrow to be from a pillowcase, but I could either let this be the basis of a snippet roll, or with a bit of effort and a seam ripper, I could take it apart and have the component pieces. The crochet, I don't know if that's not crocheted. The lace part, the backing part, and whatever this stuff is on the side here. To be honest, I don't know what this is, unless some ambitious mother crocheted some of these as. Did you ever go to a wedding where the wedding favor was a starch crocheted swan or something equally goofy with mints in it or candies in it? I don't know what this is. A bit of Merry Christmas ribbon, a little snippet of this, a little snippet of this. This is like that woven braid, but it's been attached to lace. So again, don't know, some twine, more eyelet, my favorite. This one's a wee bit different, not quite as wide. And here's another piece of taped up. Oh, this is different. That's kind of strange almost. Or are those supposed to be, I don't know what that is. Anyway, that was one bag. Sorry for the rustling. trying to keep this stuff intact for the time being. You know, a reason that these thrifting or antiquing videos get done quickly is that it then allows us to dig in and begin using the stuff. So I'll put that off to the side. Now this is weird. This, and I didn't realize this. I did see these cards that were in there, and I'm almost thinking that maybe it was somebody, actually, yes. For about 16 years, my mom and I had a craft and flower shop. And of course, when salespeople called on you, they had sample books or whatever. So I bet you that this is what that was. So I'm going to very carefully now. Oh, I bought myself a new pair of these. My others are still perfect, but I'm kind of sick and tired of not having a pair where I need them. So that was a bit of an indulgence. But, you know, Michael's 30% off. Again, I could justify it. So a lot of these things, I will have to spend some time, I guess, while watching TV, pulling these things apart. And of course, if I can use this, I will, the cardboard. But lots of little itty bitty pieces off trim and lace. So, again, I think it's going to be very hard to hoard, because that would be foolish to hoard something that's 4 inches long. So, and then here you can see it's the same thing, just in different colors. So I will, in my spare time, rip these all off here and maybe hold them together with a safety pin or something, just knowing, like, just to have a little bit of semblance or a little bit of sanity or system to the insanity. I will have these at the ready to use, and that will be my mission, to use these up as soon as possible, just to be able to say that I did. This is, again, an eyelet type trim. Sometimes if I'm really want to torture myself, I use a seam ripper, take the stitching out. Sometimes, if I'm feeling lazy and it's wider stuff, I just cut it off. Itty bitty pieces of whatever. I thought this was quite pretty too. There isn't, oh, it's, I don't know, 2 feet perhaps. This one is different too, in that it almost seems to have a gathering, but yet here it's flat, so I don't know. Maybe there's a gathering thread there. I'll have to, I mean, this one, we've all seen this a million times. This one is nice because it's sort of an ecru color. Again, some of these small samples. Some are more lovely than others. Oh, this is cool. Can't you just picture these on something? Oh, there's another piece of that with the red. Here's this little smidge of pink. Well, let me do these smaller ones. And I probably won't show you every single one, because how excited could you be about lace? Is that the same thing in a different width? Yes, sirree. Maybe I'll just take time with the ones that I find a little more interesting. See, it has more body to it. Here is some black eyelet in 4 different widths. That reminds me of the time I bought a lot at an auction, and and every second thing had a snowflake theme to it. Dies and embossing folders and stamps. This one's different. This one's wider. Guess what? More eyelet. There was a lot of this stuff, and it's narrow, which again should give me permission to use it readily. Nothing so great there. This almost looks like that stuff that you buy in a roll or in a package that is sort of hem binding. This is cute because, again, I don't really have stuff like this or see stuff like this in my travels. Look at this. Hey, these could become the basis. Take the pin out and let these become the basis of little snippets. Wouldn't that be cute? This, I guess, red and green is Christmas. This is more of that same one that's sort of flat and gathered, and I don't know what it's really supposed to be. This one is kind of frilly-dilly. I did kind of bundle some of these up yesterday. It's got that sort of daisy trim, but also a lace backing. So probably with, oh, look at that. I could separate that if I chose to. And in fact, yeah, if I just snip that thread, I'll have a cute little floral border and some flat, not so great lace. And then the last piece is this, and I don't know, somebody must have, well, you can see, somebody started cutting off half of the lace and leaving that braided part there. Again, I'll do some experimenting and see, because sometimes, I don't think I have a seam ripper right near me. Maybe not. Sometimes this is good mindless work when you've overworked and you're both your body and your brain and can't muster much more than this. So we'll see, but that is definitely cute, and there's a fair bit of it. So I'm going to say goodbye yet again. I did my spiel about algorithms and helping me grow the channel. So I will stop there, and now I can begin using all of this stuff. So thank you. Baby and I say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.